So, once again, we all are gathered here for कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग कैरेक्टर को लेकर के हम सीबीएसई के अंडर में सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस पटना के अंतर्गत वी आर assembled here to explain something which is just displaying over the smart board, and in this way we can understand what is the topic just showing there. And first of all, a very good afternoon to our honorable principal sir and you all my dear friends and colleagues. As we are watching or looking at the topic mentioned there is so much easy, not full of complexes, because this is the topic which is totally connected with our daily school life. For what we all gather here each and every day, and what we do, and what we did till date, this is the thing which is mentioned here. And I hope each and every will think so easily these things, because nothing is there to explain in this or that way, whether you feel some different types of complexity over this topic. हम ये बताना चाहेंगे कि हम प्रतिदिन के जीवन में दोनों लैंग्वेज का इस्तेमाल करेंगे. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू यूज 100% इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, दैट विल बी बेटर फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, एंड दैट इज व्हाई फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू टेल each and every of you that what kind of assessment we use in our daily school life. I think there are two types of assessment, which is known as formative assessment as well as summative assessment. And today we all will have something, some material, some talking, some discussion over these two types of assessment. And these assessments are totally connected with our daily life. Because if we are out of school, out of campus, we have a lot of burden, we have a lot of work regarding our school, regarding our teaching activities. So, sometimes we feel different types of stresses. So today, we will also talk something over today's stress as well as teachers' stress. Because evaluation is totally connected with different types of stresses which we can see, we can feel in our daily life whenever we have to think about or make ourselves busy, making the things totally on our assessment. Now, I would like to explain that in which way assessment is done and how we have to assess in our daily life. We all guys, we all teachers, doesn't matter which classes we belong, that's not a matter. But in which way we assess the students. Suppose that when there is a new student which is going to be admitted in our school, in which standard doesn't matter. But whenever a student is going to be admitted in our school, then we found that yes, in my class this student is new. But how we have to assess that student? I think it will take some time, some different types of activities that will be offered to that student, and by time bound, time is going on, and that will be the criteria when we will assess the student. And this way we can understand slightly that yes, this student rank is what. How can we handle this student, especially when the students belong to a rural area and admitted in our school, which is known as CBSE accredited school. So we can say that yes, this boy may be 100 miles behind is spoken, but sometimes it make unique, it make us surprised that yes, oh my God, these students can speak fluently the spoken, and we make ourselves surprised that yes, we will take interest to handle this student. But the matter is this, whether we are informative way, whether we are summative way. And doing this, what do we mean by formative and summative? Of course, this is not a thing which is not known by all of us, but informative and summative, there is a very simple differences, not more. Whenever we start giving some co-scholastic areas activities, just like wrestling, puzzling, chutkulas, singing, different types of CC activities which going to be held in our school for the whole session. In this way, we can say क्या है कि हम तरह तरह की गतिविधियां संचालित करते हैं और इस तरह की गतिविधियों के संचालन में हम बच्चों को सीधे सीधे इन्वॉल्व करते हैं और हम अनाउंस करते हैं कि स्टूडेंट्स आज हम लोग इस गतिविधि को संचालित करने वाले हैं जो कि सीसीएसई को क्लासिक एरिया का एक पार्ट है. Suppose that we are going to make rangoli today, but can we ever does that which student is much more comfortable to form a rangoli today or day behind today? In this way we can understand the formative sense of that student. As well as whenever we have to talk about our summative assessment, we can think if we are going to give a question and if we are going to ask a poem or anything from inside a book or chapter, then what is the performance of that student? That's the matter. And doing this, we can judge that yes, this student is much more better in summative assessment rather than formative assessment. But today's era is the era of full both assessment, full of both assessment. हम जितना अपने आप को theoretical study में एक्सपर्ट बनाने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, हमें उससे ज्यादा अपने आप को प्रैक्टिकल स्टडी में भी एक्सपर्ट बनाना होगा. What happens whenever we go any other place in search of a job and we see and we present our degree to the officials, they ask, have you any kind of diploma or degree? No sir, sorry sir. What reply from that side? They need to, sorry sir, I need different types of diploma or degree. In this way, this depends on our totally formative assessment. What kind of formative activities we have done in our school or college life. That's the thing. And you all, my friends, now we are going to have a watch over this. Yes, look at here. Formative and summative assessments are key to evaluating students' learning. As I told you just now, formative assessments are ongoing and occur during the learning process. This includes quizzes, discussions, projects, and informal observations, providing teachers with immediate feedback to adjust the key. Whenever I have to talk about informal observation, then teachers have to provide immediate feedback to adjust instruction and support student development. And I will explain in detail what you do mean by informal observation. What is informal observation? Just now, I was explaining before a moment that yes, if a teacher handle a boy, if a game teacher is going with the students in the field, in the ground, and offer a game which is not known by each and every of the students, then what will be happen there? But as we know, some of us are much more expert in this type of events and they offer their 100% performance on that type of games. In this way, we can say, what is stop there. Please. Talking about informal observation. And what do you mean by informal observation? What things you have to mention the page given to all of you. Before that, you all have to concentrate towards my words more than 100%. That is why you all, my honorable teachers, can maintain your writing as per according to my questions. If you are not going to focus, you can't answering in a proper way. So please, it's my humble request to all my friends that kindly pay more than 100% attention towards my words. Informal observation is what? A casual way of noticing something without a structural plan or method. What we have to do today? I entered in my classroom and student started telling, sir, today we are not in teaching mode. We are not in studying mode. So my dear, what we have to do? Sir, please some extra activities. Just like. So as a social science teacher, what I can do, extra activities except book. Okay, let's have a scene of parliament. Whether a person is going to play the role of the president of Lok Sabha. And there are a lot of MPs are sitting. A minister is associating regarding the finance. Finance minister is just sitting. The question is this, that yes, Mr. Finance Minister sir, and MP is going to ask, in our country, why the percentage of unemployment is going raising day by day, day by day, day by day. So what you are going to do? Just like a scenario is going to be presented by me with the help of students. And in this way, what students will do, in which way they play their role, that's the matter. And how we have to help them at that moment and how they will complete this type of formative assessment, that's the thing. So I can say that yes, at random, whenever we are going to play a role of any character and the whole students of the classroom are going to involve themselves on that type of activities, that will be a better kind of formative assessment. और इस तरह से पता है हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम देख सकते हैं कि इनोवेटिव वे फॉर्मेटिव को इनोवेटिव के रूप में लेकर चले तो वहाँ स्टूडेंट्स क्या कर सकते हैं, हाउ कैन दिस बी, दैट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर इनफॉर्मल ऑब्जर्वेशन. वेदर देयर इज नथिंग known by each and every of us, whether a teacher, whether students, but at random, it's depend on the mood of the students, on the mood of classroom, as well as the demand of that time or condition. उस समय की मांग है, उस परिस्थिति की मांग है, और उसके आधार पर हम इस चीज को पूरा करने का प्रयास करते हैं. ठीक है? And now, look here, summative assessment. तो summative assessment we all know, it's very simple. ये आप जो देख रहे हैं ना, ये आप देखिए, लेकिन जैसा as I told you earlier in the beginning of my lecture, that yes, nothing is there, any type of complex today's topic. What we do in our classroom each and every day, oh boys stand up, Recite this point. Recite this point. This is the part of summative assessment because we are going to do something from our textbook. And doing this, we can judge a student in which type of performance he creates in a classroom, whether he is up which level that student is belonging in the field of textbook reading or writing. It's the nature of some students that some students are much more keen desirous to belong what formative assessment than summative assessment. And in this way, as I told you, nowadays is the demand of both type of assessment. If we are only, as well as some of teachers come to our classroom, we started some different types of painting on blackboard. While we are presenting ourselves in a subject period. In spite of that, to concentrate the students, some of us are keen desirous of this type of thing, to control the students, to pull attention of the students to our teacher's words explanation, we started making something at the blackboard. And doing this, we asked, hello students, what I just created on the blackboard. Ma'am, miss, sir, this, that, this, that. And this may be a type of hypnotism for teachers as well as students. If the noise is going on in a classroom, it's the duty of a teacher. If a teacher is full of innovative activities, he or she can pull the attention of the students and make the classroom quiet and calm. And this way, he or she can start the teaching lesson of the textbook for the students, and a student may concentrate more than previous. So we should have to judge ourselves, we should have to assess ourselves each and every day before assessing the student, because our assessment before the assessment of the student is much more required, because whatever we are, that is totally impress the student or affect the students. If we are full of contacts, if we are full of different types of activities, then it will be better for the student. A student will also judge us. Whatever things is there, they are not going to express their opinion in an open way, but they have an assessment for all of us teachers. And sometimes they talk a lot with their friends. Yes, yeah, that teacher, क्या करता है यार, लेकिन देखो उस टीचर को देखो, my God, कितने कंटेंट को लेकर आते हैं, how many examples, past, present, he or she have to present, and in this way, that teacher make the classroom much more interested. And my, you all honorable teachers, why we are not going to do this if we are interested to belong our classroom, and we are belonging some different types of summative assessment. Okay, summative assessment occur at the end of learning period. Suppose that PA1, term 1, PA2. We have completed 3 types of assessment, which is known as summative assessments. Now we are in such a position, now we are in such a condition where we can judge each and every student of our classroom, which class we belong as a class teacher. Which should, if a guardian come to us, contact with us and ask about the performance of his or her children, then it should be our duty that yes, we can thoroughly explain the performance of that student, because we have already judged 3 examinations, and now we are in the way to preparation of final examination. That take decision about the student, that in which way student is going. A student is full of skill, that student is skill desireful to have the summative assessment in coming classes, or he is interested much more towards formative assessment. We can take an example of Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova belonging Russia, and Maria Sharapova, that is not a name which is not known by us of all of us. In year of 8 years, he was there 8 years. He used to hold a racket and started playing. Watching teacher every day. What is girl do? Except study in books. And one day what teacher saw? Oh my God, early morning when the temperature of Moscow is minus 20 or 30 degree. Maria Sharapova is just busy, all alone in playing with her racket. In this way, the teacher recognized the interest of that student, and what happened after that? You are my honorable teacher. That is not hidden with you. और अब मारिया सारापोवा किसी नाम का मोहताज नहीं रही, किसी के बस की बात नहीं रही। शोहरत, दौलत, प्रसिद्धि, जो कुछ भी कहे हैं वो मारिया सारापोवा के लिए सब कुछ अवेलेबल है। So it's depend on us. So many examples are lying there. Sachin Tendulkar, different types of games, different types of players are there who didn't took much more interest in their books, in their summative assessment instead of their formative assessment. And doing this, they have their popularity all over the world. But if we are going to do something in this way, that with formative, we must make us full of ability in the field of summative assessment. Because what happened? Just look here. While formative assessment guide day-to-day teaching, summative assessment measure the cumulative learning and achievement of students. बोथ देखिए cumulative learning and achievements of students. मैं बताऊंगा cumulative learning क्या होता है, achievements of students. Both types complement बहुत जरूरी है। हम लोग कहते हैं ना, with best compliment to you or any one of us, complement each other, fostering continuous improvement and ensuring comprehensive evaluation. तो इसमें क्या है कि व्हाट इज कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव एवल्यूएशन? ये कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव एवल्यूएशन क्या है? जैसे कि हम लोग किसी को भी, किसी स्टूडेंट को कुछ देते हैं करने के लिए और कहते हैं कि क्या तुम जितना इस ड्राइंग को करने में माइंड को खर्च करते हो, क्या तुम उतना ही इस मैथ के क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व आउट करने में खर्च करते हो? Is this possible for you? And doing this, if that student is going to make himself or herself able, it means that is known as what? Our comprehensive evaluation. अब comprehensive evaluation में CCE is the pattern. CCE, continuous comprehensive what? Evaluation. कभी कभी आप लोग भी एक वर्ड को बोल दीजिए ताकि हमें लगे कि हाँ, हम जो बोल रहे हैं उसे आप लोग सुन तो रहे हो ना कम से कम। ठीक है, तो इस तरह से अब क्या है कि CCE to student assessment system that evaluates the student development throughout the school. किस तरह का डेवलपमेंट स्टूडेंट ले लिया? अब गार्जियन आते हैं, हम लोग पीटीएम का आयोजन करते हैं, गार्जियन आते हैं, उसका परफॉर्मेंस रिकॉर्ड देखते हैं, प्रोग्रेस कार्ड देखते हैं, और प्रोग्रेस कार्ड के जरिए हम दोनों कॉलम को भरते हैं, फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट को भी भरते हैं और समेटिव असेसमेंट को भी भरते हैं। और भरते हुए हम देखते हैं, गार्जियन बड़ा गौर से देखता है, इधर ए प्लस है तो इधर क्यों बी है, क्यों सी है, क्यों ए है, इधर ए प्लस क्यों नहीं है। तो थोड़ा सा वो हम सबसे सवाल भी करता है, और हम सब के पास इस सब का अच्छा खासा अनुभव भी है, क्योंकि वी ऑल have faced so many PTMs in our school or other places, just like in the form of PTM. So it's the duty also of us कि हम उनको किस रूप में लेकर चलें, क्या उनको बनाते चलें। क्या अगर हमने PA1 लिया और PA1 के पास से if you going to belong that proper class where I am as a class teacher and I ask that student, yes, stand up, what did you write there and what I have written there, did you ever watch that? मैंने आपको क्या बताया, क्या लिखवाया, आपने क्या लिखा, क्यों ऐसा हुआ, what are the reason, tell me. But that student is unable to reply. It means what? Two matters may be there, that a student is not able to talk in English, to reply in English. Other reason, that a student never touched the pages or the materials which was given by the teacher. In this way, how can we assess the student? That's a question I am going to leave all over you. What solution is there? That is totally dependent on you and me too. So, how we have to open a path of evaluating assessment? हम सब यहाँ बैठे हैं, चर्चाएं कर रहे हैं और इन चर्चाओं के दौरान हमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ कुछ नहीं हूँ और आप लोग जो सुन रहे हैं, आप लोगों की सोच थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, इसलिए हमें आपसे भी कुछ लेना चाहिए. And each and every of us, if I am holding a mic in my hand and telling something, it is not that I am very smart or very intelligent. It doesn't matter. No, not at all. I am a very ordinary, very simple man and a teacher. And I hope many of us sitting here are more greater, more intelligent than what an ordinary teacher. Teacher is standing and explaining the matters. तो इस तरह से हम इन चीजों को लेकर के आगे बढ़ते हैं और थोड़ा बढ़ाकर देखते हैं. दो तरह से देखते हैं, जरा सा ध्यान दीजिएगा. Provide a more accurate understanding of a student's abilities, skill and knowledge. तीन चीज पर बात करेंगे. Abilities पर बात करेंगे. Yes.
Formative assessment and informal observation.
जी, इन्फॉर्मेशन असेसमेंट में फॉर्मेटिव वही आया कि एटेंडर और या फिर जो गतिविधियां हैं उसके क्षेत्र में हम किस तरह की गतिविधियों से उनको वाकिफ करते हैं, किस तरह की गतिविधियां उनको ऑफर करते हैं और क्या उसको उस रूप में लेते हैं कि नहीं, ये वहां जाने की बात है. इसी को थोड़ा सा मैंने शुरू में ही बोला कि सर कि उसको तो तीन तरह से बोला जा सकता है, लेकिन अगर हम जब लिखने की बात आती है तो हम कैसे लिखेंगे, इसी पर हमें फोकस करना है. ठीक है, तो ये हमें देखना है कि ये स्टूडेंट में एबिलिटी किस चीज की है. इज दिस स्टूडेंट is totally able to solve out the puzzle? Is this student is totally able to solve out the problem given in his or her book? और इस तरह से हम इस चीज को स्पष्ट कर सकते हैं कि दोनों टाइप के असेसमेंट में स्टूडेंट कहाँ है. फिर उसके ऊपर हम गार्जियन से उसके बारे में बातें कर सकते हैं. बीच बीच में मैं एग्जांपल लेके इसलिए चल रहा हूँ ताकि शुरू में मैंने बताया कि ये जो चीजें हैं ये टोटली हमारे आपके दैनिक स्कूल जीवन से जुड़ा हुआ, इसमें कोई बड़ी बात है ही नहीं. तो उसे हम लोग कैसे लेते हैं क्लासरूम में, कैसे जैसे देखिए कभी कभी क्या होता है, एबिलिटी की जब बात आती है, our principal asked some of the teachers that yes, hello, Mr. So and so, go to that class and what is happening there. The teacher regarding that period in that class, what is going, what kind of activity is going on, and by following the order of our honorable principal, we entered on that classroom and watched what kind of activity is going on by that subject teacher. If we understand that yes, some suggestions are important, some suggestions may be provided to that teacher, and if the teacher is going to be follow, then it will be better for the whole school, not for the teacher who is going to advise, not for the teacher who is advised. This is in the favor of the whole institution. That is why each and every of us If someone asks us, sir, you can do this, not that, it means we are not going to make ourselves irritated. It's our duty to accept that. It's our duty to say, yes, sir, I can understand, and I bring some different types of improvement in my performance. ऐसा होना भी चाहिए. हमें ईगो को दूर रखना है, क्योंकि ओवरऑल हम सब यहाँ स्टूडेंट के भलाई के लिए, विकास के लिए और संस्था के विकास के लिए आए हैं. तो क्यों ना इन दोनों तरह के असेसमेंट को अपने लाइफ से निचोड़ कर हम आपको लास्ट में बताएंगे कि स्टूडेंट्स जो है, अभी आपने देखा सुबह में चर्चा हो रही थी कि परीक्षा पे चर्चा को भरना है. अब परीक्षा पे चर्चा, वाई चर्चा ऑन परीक्षा, वाई? Because nowadays our honorable Prime Minister is so much full of sensation with the performance of the students that some of the students started feeling fear and caving fear in their heart when they come to know that yes, the date is coming closer of examination. We should not be happy. The examination is a part of our study life, and why we have to make ourselves scared of such type of examination or activity? तो ये भी एक बात होती है कि हम इस पर चर्चा करके उन चीजों को दूर करने का प्रयास करें, and this thing should be happen in our school also. If any of us come to me, come to you, come to him, come to her and ask or say something, we should accept in a very good environment. Yes, sir, that is acceptable, and we can do better than this or than that. And this tendency, this mentality led us to the achievement of our educational target. What is our educational target? To make the performance of a student much more better than previous. Okay? दूसरा पॉइंट है सीसीए में, provide students with a system of evaluation where they can consistently improve. अब देखिए, ये बहुत बड़ा मायने रखता है कि स्टूडेंट का इवेल्युएशन कैसा किया जाए. अरे तुमने जो पिछली परीक्षा में लिखा उससे भी बेहतर इस बार कर दिया, क्या किया तुमने, क्या कर रहे हैं? ऐसा बोलने से पहले क्या हम स्टूडेंट को कॉन्फिडेंस मिले? Can we able to know the problems of his or her background? Why is the student repeating the same performance in other examination? Examination by examination, the student is going to repeating the same performance. Not any kind of improvement is there. Then what we can do? Doing this, we can fulfill our duty, our responsibility, and we put belief in students as well as inside us. तो ये जो हमारा इवेल्युएशन का प्रोसेस है, ये भी बड़ा मायने रखता है कि कैसे हम चीजों को इवेल्युएट करें. सिर्फ ये नहीं कि हमेशा हम स्टूडेंट को डांट दें, बोल दें, अगर तुम्हारा तो यही काम है, तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकता. This is not the process of evaluation. Whatever we did in our DLED or B.Ed, we know, many of us we know that what kind of training we got there and how did we have to apply that type of training over the student. That should be a different type of tendency of teachers. But always we started to ask the student, what are you doing, what are not doing this or that. Instead of that, we ask the student, please come to me in leisure period and what problem you are facing, tell me. I would like to solve out. If you have any problem at home, that will be also share with me if that is shareable then. और इस तरह से क्या होता है, हम अपने आप को चीजों को असेस करने में एबल होते हैं और ये एबिलिटी ही हमारी टीचिंग एबिलिटी को डेवलप करती है. और एक बात ध्यान रखने की है, if the teachers are going to develop their own ability, to evaluate the student, it means they also developing themselves. They also bringing improvement of their daily teaching life. तो हम आप सबसे और खुद से ये कहना पसंद करूंगा कि जब कभी भी हमारे पास कोई स्टूडेंट आए या हम किसी क्लासरूम को बिलोंग करें तो सबसे पहले हम ऑनेस्टी को प्रेजेंट करें। क्या करें सर, इस क्लास के स्टूडेंट तो मानते ही नहीं, चोरी करते जाते हैं। The whole responsibility is going over the students. Then for what? Our responsibility. Then for what? Our ability. Is this the solution of the problem? I think no, never. If we are in a real way, the assessment of any type of students' activities, then first of all, we have to find out the problems facing by the student or facing by the whole classroom. And doing this, we can solve out the problems. तो ये एबिलिटी होनी चाहिए टीचर में इसको कि हम कैसे एवेलुएट करें। अब थोड़ा सा देखिए, सीसी एक बहुत बड़े परिदृश्य में देखी जाने वाली चीज है। इसमें बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं, मानदंड होते हैं, स्केल होते हैं, जिसमें हम थोड़ी सी और चर्चा करेंगे, फिर आपके पास लौटेंगे और आपसे कुछ कहेंगे कि आप कुछ लिखें। इसके पहले मैं थोड़ी सी और बातें कर लूं। CCE covers all aspects of a student development including, अब स्टूडेंट के all around डेवलपमेंट की बात करता है। उस डेवलपमेंट में फोकस करने वाली चीजें हैं जो हमें इसको फोकस करना है। क्या चीज है? तो सबसे पहले है कॉग्निटिव डोमेन। कॉग्निटिव डोमेन की बात करेंगे।
फोर्थ नंबर सर, फोर्थ
क्या नंबर?
ये नहीं, वो वाइट बैकग्राउंड,
ये वाला। इसमें हम यहाँ जाएंगे, लेकिन यहाँ जाने से पहले मैंने कहा कि दो तीन फैक्टर्स पे भी गौर करना है। देखिए, what things is displayed there doesn't only matter कि what things are going to be explained by me in the name of different types of activities or points, that's have matter. So cognitive जो डोमेन होता है, अब cognitive डोमेन किसे कहते हैं जरा सा आप ध्यान दीजिएगा, इसको थोड़ा सा बाद में देखते हैं। कॉग्निटिव डोमेन यानी कि ज्ञान संबंधित जानकारियां, और ज्ञान संबंधित जानकारियां किस पर डिपेंड करता है? सबसे पहले टीचर पे, उसके बाद उसका एक हिस्सा जाता है स्टूडेंट के पास। I am in a classroom and the content is totally unknown by me. I am out of that kind of knowledge. How I have to satisfy the student with the explanation of that type of content? Then what we will do? चलो जी, आज हम पढ़ाने का मूड नहीं है, आज ये करते हैं, वो करते हैं, कुछ ऐसे कर लेते हैं और इस तरह से हम टाइम पास करते हैं। Doing this, can we ever achieve the target of our future? जरा एक बार हम सोचकर देखें अपने आप में कि जिस तरह से हम इस तरह की बहाने बनाते हैं, क्या करते हैं हम? We have teachers guide and we have to make plans for the students in coming whole week. But planning the teacher's guide, did we ever at our home have turned out the pages which is going to be connected with us and students in a classroom? Yes, it should be some of us, some of you, doesn't matter, but all over the teachers, including me, have we that type of sufficient time or not? That's the matter. So it's my humble request to you and myself, because belonging a class, how we have to assess the student. Before that, we have to assess ourselves. If we are going to assess ourselves, that will be good for students. Students will pay respect to you. The student will be in control. The student will focus over your contents. Because nowadays, the students are much more clever than teachers. By fear, they are not going to disclose the weakness of a teacher. but they know well that which teacher is much more knowledgeable than others on that subject. Sure. Cognitive domain, evaluation of knowledge, understanding and application. Application, the practical use of something. जिसके बारे में प्रैक्टिकल करते हैं हम लोग उसको एप्लीकेशन बोलते हैं. एप्लीकेशन या आवेदन पत्र नहीं. ठीक है. दूसरा है अफेक्टिव डोमेन. वो क्या चीजें हैं जो काफी अफेक्टिव होती हैं, तो उसमें हम देखेंगे इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ एटीट्यूड्स. बहुत बड़ी चीज आती है एटीट्यूड्स. नहीं लोग कहते हैं छोड़ यार क्या उससे बात करना, वो तो काफी फुल ऑफ एटीट्यूड है, उसमें एटीट्यूड ज्यादा है, उससे बात करना बेकार है. बट क्या हमने जानने का प्रयास किया कि वो ऐसा क्यों है, उसमें किस तरह का एटीट्यूड है, क्यों ऐसा है, क्यों ऐसे वो रहता है. अब हम उसको दूर से जज कर लेते हैं और उसको भाग भरोसे छोड़ देते हैं कि वो स्टूडेंट का कुछ नहीं हो सकता, वो तो एटीट्यूड में जाता है, बड़ी बड़ी बातें करता है. ऐसे नहीं होता है. ये मैं अपना अनुभव आपसे शेयर कर रहा हूं. आप मेरी बातों से सहमत हो सकते हैं, नहीं सहमत हो सकते हैं, ये आप पर डिपेंड करता है. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि जो मैं बोल रहा हूं that should be accepted by you. No, never. It's my own opinion that what I did that came to know and what I have to achieve in our coming future through the students or through serving this type of academic session or educational institution in coming future. That's the matter. Then attitudes, motives. अच्छा तुम बताओ कि क्या करना चाहते हो जीवन में, क्या तुम्हारे उद्देश्य है, क्या बनना चाहते हो और उसके लिए तुम क्या कर रहे हो. क्या कभी हम किसी छात्र को बुलाकर या कुछ छात्रों को बुलाकर इस तरह की बातें करते हैं या हमने किया? अगर किया तो हमने कुछ प्रतिशत एज ए शिक्षक पूरा किया, क्योंकि हम उससे रूबरू हुए, उसकी दशाओं से अवगत हुए और अब उसको और बेहतर स्थिति में लाने का प्रयास भी करें. ये जानना बहुत जरूरी होता है. हम ये नहीं कहकर उसको छोड़ देंगे यार वो तो फुल ऑफ एटीट्यूड है. एंड देन द थर्ड इज इंटरेस्ट. जैसा मैंने शुरू में कहा कि भैया किसी स्टूडेंट को शुरू से ही खेल में इंटरेस्ट होता है, किसी को सिंगिंग में होता है, किसी को कुछ में होता है, किसी को कुछ में होता है. तो इस तरह से हम अगर कोई नीरज चोपड़ा बनना चाहता है तो उसका उस क्षेत्र में स्वागत होना चाहिए. हर किसी को अपने क्षेत्र में अगर वो इंटरेस्टेड है तो उसे हमें क्या करना चाहिए? प्रमोट करना चाहिए, उसे प्रोवोक नहीं करना चाहिए. प्रमोटिंग एंड प्रोवोकिंग, दिस इज द बेस ऑफ अ मैन टू मेक कंस्ट्रक्टिव वे और मेक डिस्ट्रक्टिव वे. दिस इज टोटली इन द हैंड ऑफ द टीचर. Okay, so this way now I am going to give something to all of you because the time is coming closer and I am not reached to the half of our topic because a lot of things there to mention, but I would like to share something with all of you because a page of paper is lying before you and I think some of you are very curious to write something over the piece of paper. So let's start writing things. आइए प्रश्न को लिखते हैं, फिर उसके जवाब की ओर बढ़ते हैं. दो सवाल हम देते हैं जहां तक अभी हमने पढ़ाया. ये मत समझिएगा कि मैं टीचर हूं और आप स्टूडेंट एज ए फ्रेंड एज ए कलीग हम आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करने जा रहे हैं. सो कैन यू डिफाइन असेसमेंट? लिखिए, कैन यू डिफाइन असेसमेंट? कैन यू डिफाइन असेसमेंट? Can you define assessment? Number 2, some proper difference between formative assessment and summative assessment. Some differences between formative assessment and summative assessment with example. With example. अगर आप चाहें तो हिंदी में भी लिख सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। अगर प्रॉब्लम है अंग्रेजी में तो बिल्कुल सर। बायोलिंग्यू होना जरूरी है, हिंदी अंग्रेजी दोनों होना चाहिए। आप जिस भाषा में चाहे लिखिए, कोई बाउंडेशन नहीं।
आंसर भी लिखना है ना?
क्या
आंसर भी लिखना है ना?
आपको क्या लिखना चाहिए?
मैं आंसर लिख रही हूँ।
आप जैसे लिखना चाहे पसंद करें लिखिए। हम टीचर्स के लिए ये कुछ नहीं है, बहुत ही आसान चीज है जो हमने प्रश्न के रूप आपके सामने प्रस्तुत किया है। आप इसको क्रियात्मक कह सकते हैं। लिख लीजिए जी, आप क्या चाह लिखिएगा? Time is provided 5 minutes and 1 minute have already gone. Still 4 minutes is there. तिवारी जी, आपने टीचर लोग को पैड नहीं लेवल करवाया था ना? पैड काटनी चाहिए, डेस्क पैड तो होनी चाहिए। More 1 minute, then you will have to submit this paper. दिलीप तिवारी जी सब मेरे लिए डियर पेश कैंडल आप देखेंगे। थैंक यू प्रकाश सर। नाम अपना बोलिए दीजिएगा। ये भी बताना ही पड़ेगा, ये भी बताना पड़ेगा कि नाम लिखना है। ओके हाँ। तो हमें लगता है कि हमने जो सोचा, जो हमारे मस्तिष्क में आया, हमने कागज पे ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट किया। और ये ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट करना लिसनिंग आर्ट का एक बेहतर एग्जांपल है। एंड वी ऑल इन सच ए circumstances, if we are going to put this thing in a black and white form, it will be better for bringing some different types of belief in our inside part of body. Yes. So doing this, we are here, and please, here we are here. Now it is much more important part of this session or this topic, because the board examination is very close. That is coming closer and closer day by day, and we all are anxious about the performance of the students, whose students are going to participate CBSE board exam or any type of Bihar board examination, etc. Handling board examinations and managing stress are critical aspects of ensuring a student's success. Hello students, how your preparation is going on? What are you doing? On which subject you are laboring hard than other subject? Of your which subject is poor than others? This type of talking, conversation, we have to make continuously with the students and helping them whatever way is there to help them. और हमें लगता है कि अगर स्टूडेंट कहता है oh my God sir, I can't understand how I have to prepare the examination. It means what? It means that a student is in stress. Then our responsibility is much more bigger than previous. How we have to solve out the stress of that student. And we all know we have done a training over stress management last session, and we came to know much more things how we have to put out of ourselves from such type of stress which is going to be covered during the closer coming examination date. और इस तरह से हम 2, 4, 5 कुछ अलग अलग पॉइंट्स को लेते हैं और उसको कहते हैं स्टूडेंट से कि एज ए गेम टीचर he or she can provide exercise a better way to come out from stresses for a student. अगर कोई स्ट्रेस है स्टूडेंट के पास तो एक्सरसाइज करे, मॉर्निंग वॉक करे, योगा करे, थोड़ा किसी खास वस्तु पर 1-2 मिनट फोकस करे, और इस तरह से करके वो क्या कर सकता है कि वो अपने आप को स्ट्रेस से बाहर कर सकता है। तो एक बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट है कि हम इसको कैसे इससे बाहर निकले। और अभी जो पॉइंट मैंने बताया कि वो स्ट्रेस से कैसे बाहर निकले, तो मैं दूसरा, no, I am not going to say something. It's my nature. दूसरा, sleep well. Not I am talking about mattresses sleep well. I am talking about how we will fail us in a big sleep or in a deep sleep. अगर एक स्टूडेंट बेहतर नींद लेता है और बेहतर नींद लेने के बाद वो अवेकनिंग करता है, तो वो अवेकनिंग सिर्फ उसके बेड से नहीं होता है, बल्कि उस स्ट्रेस से भी उसे अवेकनिंग कराता है। और तब स्टूडेंट का माइंड हल्का रहता है और उसे लगता है कि यार कल तक तो मैं कितना टेंशन में था, लेकिन आज मेरा माइंड हल्का लग रहा है। जाता है अपने दोस्तों से बात करता है, हेलो फ्रेंड, डू यू नो what I learned last day from my teacher? Yes, he provides some points, some method to make me out from such type of stress. You know all thing about me, how I am full of tension and stress nowadays on the name of examination. So, first was exercise, second was well sleep. यार रात को नींद नहीं आई, माथा दर्द कर रहा है, शरीर भारी हुआ है। जरा सोचिए, ये चीजें तो हम स्टूडेंट पे लागू कर रहे हैं, ये सारे मानव पर लागू होता है। बात करेंगे स्टूडेंट की, लेकिन इसे हम सभी अपने जीवन में लागू करते हैं। अगर हम 5 से 6 घंटे एक शांत स्थिर नींद लेते हैं तो निश्चित ही अगली सुबह हमारे लिए काफी फ्रेश, फुल एंड काम होता है, और तब माइंड हमारा कॉन्सेंट्रेट करता है टुवर्ड्स आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव, टुवर्ड्स आवर एम, और हम अपने लक्ष्य की ओर बढ़ जाते हैं। उसके बाद से थोड़ा हमें इस बात पर ध्यान रखना होगा, स्टूडेंट को कहना होगा, eat well means you should have to take some different types of balanced diet which can make you easier to digest, which can be full of different types of protein, vitamins, etc., and your digestive system must be clear. That is why you never feel heavy yourself by your belly or by your internal organ. So the third point is also very important. And do you know the fourth? Connect with others. Why you are going to close yourself inside a room? Is there not any kind of other environment? Is there not any kind of other society or people or friends to whom you have to talk? Or you can talk a lot to solve out your problems? तो इस तरह से हमें दूसरों के साथ संपर्क करने से जो चर्चाएं होती हैं, जो आपस में हम शेयर करते हैं चीजों को, उससे भी हम अपने तनाव से मुक्त होते हैं, अपनी समस्याओं के समाधान भी प्राप्त करते हैं। And some other point, practice mindfulness. अब mindfulness practice, which kind of practice? जो हमारे मन मस्तिष्क को अच्छा लगता है, जो हमारे माइंड को उन चीजों से फुल करता है, एक स्वास्थ्य, एक हेल्दी एनवायरनमेंट में काम करने की प्रेरणा देता है। और स्टूडेंट के लिए काम करना क्या है? अपने मार्किंग पोजीशन को आने वाले समय में बेहतर बनाना। और ये जब टीचर पर लागू होगा तो टीचर क्या करेगा? अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि टीचर उसे उस तरह के एडवाइसेस देगा, सजेशन देगा कि जितना स्टूडेंट को जितना ज्यादा उसे राहत मिलेगी, टीचर भी रिलैक्स फील करेगा। चलो भाई, इसको हमने बताया, अब वो राहत महसूस कर रहा है और अच्छा से पढ़ रहा है, और हमें लगता है कि now we are satisfied with our duties because someone were there who were full of stress, and we provide some different types of solutions, and they came out of that type of stress. And the much more important, time management skill. ये टाइम मैनेजमेंट पर मैंने भी आपको कई ट्रेनिंग कराए हैं, और टाइम मैनेजमेंट पर हम लोग कई ट्रेनिंग करते रहते हैं। और टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज अ मैंडेटरी पार्ट ऑफ आवर डेली लाइफ। सम ऑफ अस गॉट हैबिचुएटली रिपोर्टिंग डिले अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग टू आवर कैंपस। इट मे बी और मे बी नॉट, इट मे बी और मे बी नॉट। Don't feel it in other way. Don't mind it if I am telling you something. But just I am talking about time skill management. How we develop a skill to manage the time. Me too, you all too have to manage the time. But how much we are determined to make ourselves punctual. I mean, 3D is important there. If we are going to follow this 3D, that is much more preferable for us. It will be beneficial in our coming future. First, डिटर्मिनेशन। हम दृढ़ संकल्पित हो कि हमें ये टाइम पर काम करना है। सेकंड, डिवोशन। How much we are devoted towards any kind of institution which is belonging by us at present. And third, final, that is discipline. अनुशासन ही देश को महान बनाता है और देश में हम ही रहते हैं, कोई और नहीं रहता है। तो अगर हम डिसिप्लिन्ड हैं, हमारे पास अनुशासन है, तो ये अनुशासन ही हमारे देश को पांचवी आर्थिक शक्ति के रूप में ले गया है और आगे तीसरी आर्थिक शक्ति के रूप में भी ले जाएगा। तो हमें लगता है कि हम सबको टाइम मैनेजमेंट के स्किल पे हमेशा फोकस करना चाहिए और हमेशा इरेगुलेशन से बचना चाहिए। पंक्चुअलिटी इज मच मोर इम्पोर्टेंट टू ब्रिंग डेवलपमेंट ऑल अराउंड इन आवर लाइफ। I think today's my explanation is not sufficient, not more, but what I can do, we all are tied with time management. And time is telling me that yes, Mr. Ravi Shankar, just now you have to stop yourselves and say a very, very good afternoon to all of you. That's a great thing for all of you. I am totally obliged to each and every teacher presenting this session of training. Thanks a lot, your honorable teachers. Thanks.